Welcome to Mojo's Fashion. In today's video, I will be talking about part 2 of skirt pattern drafting. If you haven't checked the first video, please just check the description box below. I will leave the link there, and I will also highly recommend you to go and check also the video of how to determine ease value and also the dart. What is dart? Okay, these are two important also videos, so if you haven't seen them, please have a look at them before you watch this video. I will leave the link in the description below, and let's get started. Okay, for today's video you need to have some pens, because today we will be talking about the darts. Okay, we have already taken the chance to draft the main block of the dart, and this is how the skirt, and this is how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. This is the waist, this is the waist, small hip, big hip, under hip, high knee, true knee, below knee, and the floor level. Okay, down there is the floor level. I didn't mark it because it's not very important, but yeah, this is how it should be. So here also in the mannequin, this is the waist, this is the small hip, this is the big hip, this is the under hip, and the knee will be down. My mannequin doesn't have knee. Okay, and so on. Okay, going back in here, this is the mid front and this is the mid back. Okay, you can see also here in the mannequin, this is the mid front and the mid back. Okay, so going to our table here. Okay, we have taken the measurements for the waist. Okay, so what you have here, if you look here in the mannequin before we go to the table, the waist right now width, the waist width that currently here on this fabric, okay, on this mannequin, sorry, equals to the width of the big hip circumference. Well, this is the current waist, but the true waist has another measurement. So going back in here on the table, from the pattern, from the measurements that we have taken, okay, the current waistline equals 53 centimeter, which is equal to the big hip measurement, obviously, because the block we have drafted in here, the width of the block equals 53 centimeters. All right, but the true waist measures 38 centimeters. Okay, with a difference between both of them equals 15 centimeters. Okay, what does this mean? If you go back to the video of what is dart, this is considered the value of total darts, okay, for the pattern piece. Pattern piece means pattern piece means the value of the darts for all the waist, front and back together. Okay, so going back again in here in the table, we have to see how much goes for the front and how much is the waist for the back. From what we drafted yesterday, the front waist equals 25.5 centimeters, where the back equals 27.5 centimeters, as I explained earlier in the part 1 video. Okay, you can go check there that we moved this sideline toward the front because obviously in the skirt the back side will be larger than the front. Okay, that made the waist smaller by 2 centimeters than the back. Okay, so the front measures 25 centimeters, but the true waist should measure 19. Why 19? Because the true is 38. If we divide this one to two, okay, one for the front and one for the back, So it will be 19 goes for the front and 19 goes for the back. Okay, I mean, how much should the waist measure in the front? It should be 19. And how much the waist should measure in the back? It should be also 19. Total 38 centimeter. This is what it should be, the true knee, okay, not the current knee. Right now the current not the current waist. Right now the current waist equals 27 in the back and 25 in the front, okay, 0.5, 27.5 and 25.5 in the front. Okay, going back here in the table, that means for the front the dart should measure 6.5 centimeter, which is the difference between 25.5 minus 19. It will be 6.5, and in the back it will be also 27.5 minus 19, 8.5. What does that mean? That means I have to take from the front, okay, from the front 6.5 centimeters, where for the back I have to take 8.5 centimeters, which makes a lot of sense. Why? Because the difference of I will show you. I already showed this one in the what is dart in that video. What is dart? You can go and have a look, but I will also say it here. The difference between big hip and waist in the back is more than the difference between the hip and the front, okay? So obviously you have to take 6.5 centimeter here and more in the back, which is 8.5 centimeter in the back, okay? As you can see here. So let's now start to divide these measurements, these dart width values into our pattern pieces here in this line. Okay, so stay tuned. Let's go to the second step. First dart should be taken off, should be placed. What is dart? Dart is just nothing but just take off fabric, excess fabric that you should take off. Okay, so the first dart you have to take off. You can also again and again go and check that video. I will take off this side line dart, but as you can see here, side line dart has a front piece and back piece. Okay, so whatever you take off from the front, you have to exactly take the same amount from the back. Okay, so if you have 6.5 centimeter in the front and 8.5 centimeters in the back, let's say you want to take 3, so 3 out of the 6. So if you take 3 out of the 6 in the front, you still have to take 3 from the back, because you would sew these together. Okay, so they must be equal in size. Okay, and I also explained why I always like to start with the sideline dart. Okay, so as you can see here, front dart should measure in total 6.5 centimeter, back dart should measure in total 8.5 centimeters. Okay, as I also explained in that video, that there is no specific rule for distributing distributing the darts value. Okay, the only rule is that just you have to make sense out of it. Like if the difference between the waist and the big hip in the back is more than the front, so you have to put extra value of the dart in the back than the front, because that means if you add extra value in the back, that means more darts. Okay, more darts means more fabric to be taken off, and obviously you have to take off from the back. Okay, so that's the only thing. Okay, so all these numbers you have or you start with, you can change them, and if you want also to add extra dart, you can still distribute the same number, the same value. Instead of 2 darts, you can distribute it into 3 darts, and so on. So it's not like a fixed number. If I say 3.5 centimeter will go to the side line dart, it doesn't mean it's always going to be 3.5 centimeters, okay? Because some girls, some ladies have a very narrow waist, very narrow waist, and a big hip, so the difference is too much, okay? But in those cases, I will not put so much volume on this side. Why? Because if you remove most of the fabric from the side, you are telling the people, look, focus more on this area, okay? Maybe the customer doesn't want the people to see the huge difference between the waist and the hip, so you have to put less. Whereas if the customer, like this mannequin for example, has less difference, very small difference between the waist and the big hip, that means that I have to take more from the sideline dart, because when I take more, it's like I am squeezing it more and make it more to shape it more, okay? Like to make people look like, oh, okay, look, she has a waist, a narrow waist, okay? So logic and sense does play a huge role in distributing darts value, okay? So here what I did was, according to the measurement we had, you can also go check the measurements, okay? I will leave also the link of the table, measurements table in the description box below, okay? So here what I mean, I decided to put 3 centimeters in the front, okay, and 3.5 centimeter in the front and 3.5 centimeter in the back. These two should be the same, and obviously it will start from here on the waist and it will vanish at the level of the big hip. This is the small hip and this is the big hip. It will vanish here on the small, in the big hip, okay? So let's go now to the second step. Second darts, I like to use also to go for, not second, it's not like necessarily the second, but this is how I go, okay, is the front dart. Front darts lies actually, my darlings, in this seams line, okay? It is disappearing in this seams line, okay? You can take it from here and you sew it all the way down, okay? Or you can just bleed it, make it like a bleed, okay? Just bleed it. Or you can make just a small dart that ends in here only, okay? So what I like to do here is this. I will mark only the width of the dart. In here, I will mark only the width of the dart. But how much is the width of this front dart? Let's say if this whole thing equals 25.5 centimeter, okay, and you have taken 3.5 centimeters, okay, and this one should measure 19 centimeters, so that means you have to take 3 centimeters. Let me say it in another way. The total waist, the current waist, is 25.5 centimeter, and the darts should measure, darts value for the front should measure 6.5 centimeter. Out of the 6.5 centimeter, 3.5 centimeter has gone for the sideline, so what has been left, only 3 centimeter, okay? So I will place this 3 centimeter here. How? 1.5 centimeter on the right and 1.5 centimeter on the left, and the rest here will be 19 centimeter. I hope that is clear for you. As you can see here, so after taking these 3 centimeters, we will be left with 8.5 centimeter here, because this is the whole one was 10 centimeter. After taking 1.5 from here, from the right, and 1.5 from the left, that will make this line 8.5 centimeter, and the left, the other side of the waist will be 10.5 centimeters. In total, 19, which is the true waist, front waist measurement, okay? You have the current, you have the true, you know exactly how much the difference between the both, which is the darts value, okay? 3.5 went to the sideline in the front, because this is only in the front, 3.5 centimeters in the front, and 3 in total, 6.5, which is the value of the darts, okay, for the front. So you will be left with 19 centimeter, which is the front. I will not draw the dart's legs, okay, because till now I don't know where should I stop the legs. In other videos, guys, you will find the ladies, the designers, they say 10 to 14 centimeters. That didn't make sense to me at all, and I will explain it to you why later in this video. So stay tuned, I will explain you why, and I will show you where to locate the dart's legs and where to locate the dart's point, okay? The third dart will be located in the back. If you ask me which dart in the back I have to start with, it will be the waist. After, the side. After the side, I will immediately go to the mid back. Why, guys? Because as you can see here in the mannequin, I will show you, there is a curve in the mid back. And it's very logical to have some darts in the back. Basically, this dart will have only one leg. Why? Because it's half of the body. The other leg will lie on the other side of the pattern. I mean, if you duplicate this pattern piece, you will have another leg on the other side of the pattern of the body. You got me? So in this dart, you will have only one leg, okay? And this dart will be mostly located as a zip, okay? So instead you have a straight line at the back, you can have a dart, okay? You can have a dart start from here, okay? And you can place the zipper at these lines instead of the mid one, okay? It will make the back curvier, okay? Much more curvier. So what I like to do is to start with the sideline darts and then immediately the mid back darts, okay? So how much should go for the mid back darts? Back dart values equals 8.5 centimeters, okay? We have taken already 3.5 centimeters. I will just hide this one, okay? Because that for this one will be for the front and this one for the back. 3.5 has been already taken for this sideline dart. So we will be left with 5.5 centimeters, okay? Out of 8.5 centimeter, the dart's value, we have taken 3.5 for the sideline. So we will be left with 5 centimeters dart, okay? I will place 1 centimeter because why? Guys, if this dart is large, wide, okay, when you attach a zipper, the zipper will be bendy, okay? So this dart should be small. Like, don't make it more than 1.5 centimeter as a extreme, okay? Like for me, I start with 0.5, then 1 centimeter. I rarely you put 1.5 centimeters, okay? Why? Because as I told you, if I'm placing a zipper here, it will make the zipper curvy and it will not look nice. So you need this dart to be small so it will be smooth, okay? So I will add here 1 centimeter for this dart, and as I told you, this dart will have leg in one side only of the pattern. It will not have 2 legs because the other leg will be in the other pattern piece for the other side of the body, okay? So let's regarding also, yeah, before we go into the next step, regarding the length, the dart depth or the length of the dart, also I will show you how to modify it later on, okay? Right now I'm just locating the width of the darts, okay? The dart number 1, 2, 3, 4. The dart number 4 will be the back dart, okay? Where do you think I have to locate this dart? Okay, if I know the value of the dart, but I don't know where to locate it. As I told you, since we have taken here 1 centimeter for this dart, okay, and 3.5 centimeter for this dart. I like to take this line between the edge of this dart and this dart point, also this dart point and this dart point, and divide this line into half. You will find this dart, this line will be in the middle, okay, and it will, I think it will look, that's what I used to do, and it looks very nice and natural, okay. Like, see here, I will show you, like from here to here is equal from here to here. It's in the middle, exactly the seam lines, okay. So that's why it's very, very important to start with the side line, then the mid back, because after knowing exactly where the points are for these two darts, you can know exactly what the lift over, you can measure the lift over on the pattern piece and divide it into half and draw a line for that seams or for that dart, okay. So here we go. Here comes 1 centimeter and here comes the 3.5 centimeters. So you can, by just using a ruler between this point here and this point here, you can measure it and divide it into half. When I measured it, it was 23 centimeter. I divided by half, 11.5 centimeter and 11 centimeter, and you can draw a line all the way down, okay. From this line we will put the last dart, which is the back dart. Now back darts should equal 8.5 centimeters total back darts. We have taken 3.5 centimeters for the side, minus 3.5 centimeter for the side, minus 1 centimeter for the mid back. We will be left with 4 centimeters. This 4 centimeter we will divide it into half. 2 centimeters will go to the right and 2 will go to the left. In total it will be 4 centimeters. Also, if you are asking what's the length of the dart or the depth of the dart, I will be showing you this in the next steps. I hope this is easy for you. If it's not, please just leave a comment below. I will explain it more if you need to. Or you can just go and check my book. As I told you, I will leave the link in the description box. As you can see here, after marking this line, I placed 2 centimeter and 2 centimeter. In total, it's 4 centimeter depth, okay? Okay, the next step is going back to this table. I need to look here on this measurement, this small hip circumference. As you can see now, we are done with the waist. Now our waist reaches 19 for the front and 19 for the back after removing or marking the darts with value on the waist, okay. But now let's go to the small hip. Small hip should measure 20.5 centimeters in the front and 20.5 centimeter on the back. How I came up with this measurement, it's simple. I took the size, the measurement that I've taken, like small hip was measured 80, I added the ease, it came up with this number, like the total measurement with the ease. Then I divided to half because I need them to know how much goes for the full pattern. Small hip circumference, like small hip circumference, how much is the small hip circumference for the whole pattern? It should be 41 centimeter. When I divided this one into 2 because I wanted to know how much would go for the front and how much would go for the back, it came with 20.5 centimeters, okay. With that then said, I will come here to this part. As you can see, we already marked the waist darts, okay, and we draw because we know that the side line will be vanished on the big hip, okay. So as you can see, this area here is inside the triangle, which means on the level of the small hip, which means that this much of the small hip circumference that's already current here on the mannequin has been taken off, okay, like so, okay? It's inside the triangle. Anything inside the triangle will be taken off. Okay, just 1 second. Yeah, it will be taken off. So we will be left with this. So what we have now is this. But how much is this one? You go to the pattern piece and take a ruler and measure this one. And then go back and measure the back side, okay? The small hip, you will measure the small hip circumference in the front and in the back, okay? For me, the measurement using a measuring tape, measure the front small hip lines should measure 20.5 centimeter, but when I measured it, it was 22.5 centimeters. That means there is 2 centimeters extra in this line. It's larger by 2 centimeter, but this line should be 20.5 centimeter. How come? Okay, it's now the current one is 22 after taking this one, okay? 22.5 centimeter, but the true one is 20.5 centimeter. That means I have to take off 2 centimeters. So on this line, I will put 2 centimeter as a dart, okay? Points, one on the right and one on the left, okay? And what I will do is just match this one from here all the way down. Okay, I'm not going to draw on the book, but yeah, you can see this way, okay? And same for the other side, okay? Whenever you come to the level of the big hip, don't pass the level of the big hip. Why? Because if you pass it, that means you have taken some extra fabric, okay? But this is true. The current is equal to the true for the big hip measurement. The big hip measurement is equal, as I explained it here in the mannequin. The only measurement that's exactly the same with the pattern piece is the big hip. Look, the block width is equal to the width of the big hip measurement, right? So you don't need any dart to pass this line, okay? To pass this line. So by that, now you know that your dart length, okay? Just try to, okay? No, it's not proper, but this way, okay? So those people who says that you have to make your dart like 10 centimeter, don't believe them, because if you stop your dart in this point, that means your small hip is still 22.5 centimeter, which means there is an excess of 2 centimeter, okay, which should be taken off. By doing so, by placing a dart in this line of the small hip circumference, you know exactly where the dart should stop, the dart's legs should stop, okay? If you stopped it this way, okay, see, this one will stay the same, 22.5 centimeter, which is 2 centimeters extra than the true small hip width. Okay? If you don't want to make your dart larger, longer, you need to take off 1 centimeter from the side. Instead of this line here, this is the sideline dart, okay? You can just, if it's less than 1 centimeter, okay? If the value of the small dart in the front is less than 1 centimeter, don't bother to pass the darts down. You can just stop it here and decrease the curve of the sideline dart, okay? And if you measure it again, you can find this line still 20.5 centimeter, okay? If the dart is smaller than 1 centimeter, if it's less than 1 centimeter. Okay, but if it's more, you have to put a dart in here and make the dart longer. Okay, so this is how the dart should look like. Okay, starting from here. If you check the waist here and here, both of them equals 19. The small hip here and here, both of them equals 20.5. The big hip equals the current, the true small hip, the 25.5 centimeter for the front, 27.5 centimeter for the back. Okay, I will do also the same. Okay, I don't think this is clear. Okay, here. Yeah, here. Measuring, using measuring tape on the paper. Okay, I measure this line from here up till here, where are the legs of the side line. It comes out 24.5 centimeters, but the the true small hip is 20.5 centimeters. That means you have 4 centimeters, right? So what I did was I placed how much? I don't know. Let me just check how much I placed here. Yeah, okay, I placed 3 centimeters here, okay, and 1 centimeter here. 3 centimeters here means 1.5 on the right, 1.5 on the left, and one centimeter here. Okay, because yeah, so we'll be left with 20.5 centimeters. So now, drawing the legs of the dart, we have to pass from this point to this point and make it vanish at the level of the big hip level. Same here and same here for the back. Okay, as you can see in this photo. I hope that makes lot of sense for you and it's easy to understand. You can change all these numbers. You can make this one 2 centimeters, this is 3 centimeters, but you have to make it look like a smooth, like the body shape, smooth like that. You will never find a body that comes from here 1 centimeter and goes 2 centimeters and go back like that. Okay, and as I told you, for the mid back, try to make it very smooth, small dart, because sometimes you will add zipper here. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you don't want to put 3 centimeters here, so what you would do is just to increase this curve with this point is staying the same, and this point stays the same. Okay, between them you just curve it more, so it will be the same, more or less if you need to make it more straight. If you need to, depend on the size and the shape you like, depend on what you need. Okay, so no fixed rule. You can add an extra dart here and divide these values, or the 4 centimeter, for example, you don't want to put the mid back, you want 2 darts in the back, so you will divide the rest of the values in 2 darts instead of in 3 darts instead of 2 darts. So it depends on what you are looking for and what's your style and what's your design. Okay, determining the pattern length. Okay, when we first drafted the pattern piece, we decided to take the side length, because we have taken 3 of the length, the front, the side, and the back. We decided to take the side to be our block length. Okay, and if you want to ask why, because see, when we first draw the pattern, we placed the waist, and then we went down to 20 centimeters, the length of the, just 1 second, the length of from waist to big hip. This one was 20 centimeter, this one, okay? Let's imagine that I have taken the big hip, the back floor, waist to floor length, which equals 104. The back should measure 104, the side should measure 102, the front will measure 101, okay? So if I drafted this pattern to be 104, okay, that means I have to later on come from down up and measure this one to be 102, which means I will go from floor all the way to the waist, and instead of because this is total is 104, let's imagine that this is total. I've used the back, for example, like the longest size, which is the back. Okay, if I take the 104, if this is the 104, so if I want to fix the number, fix this the length of the side and the front, that means that I have to go all the way from the back all the way up, and I will find the side line stopped in here. If that happens, that means all the structures down here are wrong, because this from here to here will be shorter than 20 centimeters, right? So you can't do this. You can't take the large number 104 for the back, neither the front 101, because you either will make it longer than the original size or shorter. But we need this size to stay right. Otherwise, this one will change, okay? And if this one changed, the distance between the waist and the big hip, that means all the things we placed on the pattern piece is not correct in the location. You got me? So we decided to take the side as the true. And then here for the back, we will go, just 1 second. And here on the back, on the mid back, where we have taken the length, okay, we will go like this one now is 100, from the floor to the waist is 102, but the true length of the mid back from waist to floor is 104. That means there is 2 centimeters extra, so we will go up by 2 centimeters. Whereas for the front, it's the current length is 102, but the true length for the front from waist to floor is 101. That means it's shorter by 1 centimeter. So I will go from here 1 centimeters down. I hope that makes sense, and I hope it's clear. By doing so for the back, guys, when you do this, that means even if you bend over, the skirt will not, see here, I will show you the skirt. If you bend, okay, sometimes it gets shorter when you wear it, okay, not even when you bend. When you wear it, you will find the skirt comes this way, okay, shorter at the back. But when you do so and you increase, so this one will stay straight and parallel to floor. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, so now we determine the length of the mid front and the length of the side and the length of the mid back, okay, the back. But what about the stuff in between? Okay, you can't just go straight like that and drop. So what you have to do is divide the difference. If the difference between the side length and the front is 1 centimeter, right? So in this level, or in this line where the darts midline is located, okay, you have to go half of this measurement, okay, like half of it. If it's 1 centimeter, that means it's less. If it's less by 1 centimeter, so you have to go down by less by 0.5 centimeter, okay? So these are the new darts width points, okay? Just make sure that when this is the dart, you have to descend on the same Don't place it here, okay? Place it on the same depth, the dart width should stay the same. Okay, this width should be the same. So you will go here down by 0.5 centimeter and here 0.5 centimeter. Then you will draw between these two lines straight, and then from here to here, and then from here to here. Okay, same you will do here. Since the difference between the back and the side is 2 centimeter and it's higher by 2 centimeters, so you have to be higher here by 1 centimeter, half the distance. Okay, so you go from this point and this point 1 centimeter up and draw a line. Okay, I will show you in this photo. See, as I'm showing you, from here to here and straight, then from here to here. That will make the line smooth. Okay, sorry. One thing left over, this point here, you have to make it right angle, because when you sew it to the opposite side, if it's not a right angle, it will give you a point. See, I mean, if you just drop it this way, just let me take an eraser and remove this stuff to show you. If you make it this way, so when you stitch it with the other side, you will find a point on the mid of your back. Okay, and the opposite, if you make it high like that, you will find also a point downward. Okay, so what you have to do to make it smooth, when you stitch it to the opposite part, the opposite pattern, you have to make it 90 degrees. So when you sew it, it will still be straight. Okay, and it will smoothly go, it will go down smoothly from here to this point and from here to this point. Also here the same, you have to make it right angle just by 0.5 or maybe even less. I mean, if this is the line, the straight line, this is the straight line, just by this much, and then you can start curve the line. Okay, just a little bit straight, and then curve it the way it should be. Okay, basically for this, for the front, you go this way, because I will show you here. Where is the paper? Front always goes this way, and back goes this way. So yeah, as you can see here, front goes this way, curving down, back curving up. Okay. Okay guys, by that we are done drafting our main block, skirt main block. As you can see, this is the final result. I hope it was easy for you. If you have any question, please leave me a comment below. Please check the description book and check all the videos that I link them in the description book, and I will see you later. Thank you for watching.